Hey, come closer. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Take a slow breath with me. In and out. Good. Keep breathing like that. Nice and steady. Let your shoulders drop. This is just a quiet moment for the two of us. I wanted to steal a little time because there are things I want to say to you that don't quite fit into a meeting agenda or a performance review. Those things are softer. They're about care and possibility and practical help. I like those conversations. They feel honest. They let us be real with each other. I've been watching you work for a while. Not in a nosy way, more in a way that someone cares. Noticing small, steady things. The way you arrive with your focus on. The way you quietly fix what's broken. The way you make space for other people when things get noisy. Those things add up. They matter more than you probably think. So first, thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for the late nights you don't announce. For the extra mile you take without applause. I see you. I appreciate you. And I want to help. Shh. It's okay to let that sink in. I've been thinking about how I can support the people I believe in. I have some resources and a little flexibility, and I don't want to hoard them. I want to use them to lift someone who's doing the work and has the heart for it. I want to be practical about it. And I want to be kind. That's why I'm here, talking to you. I want to offer you a kind of support that's both practical and a little bit nurturing. Think of it as a professional sponsorship with a warm, steady hand behind it. I can help with money for a short time, yes. But more than that, I want to be a mentor, an advocate, and a quiet companion for you. If that sounds a little maternal, that's intentional. I mean it in the best way. The way someone who's been around the block offers a blanket when you're cold. Or a cup of tea when you're tired. Not because you can't do it yourself, but because sometimes a little care makes everything clearer. I want to be that person for you. Breathe. Let me be specific so this isn't vague or awkward. I can offer you a monthly stipend for a set period to ease immediate pressure, enough to cover a few bills or to give you a breathing room while you take a course. I can fund a professional certification, pay for a conference that will open doors, or buy equipment that makes your work easier. I can also offer a one-time grant, if that's more useful. We'll pick what actually happens to you, not what looks good on paper. I'll also give you a mentorship. Not the kind of mentorship that's full of corporate buzzwords, but real, practical guidance. We'll have a monthly one-on-one that's just for your growth. We'll talk about what you want, what scares you, and what you're ready to try. I'll introduce you to people who can help. And I'll push you when I know you can handle more. I'll also protect you when you need protection from politics, from unnecessary meetings, from distractions that steal your time. You might be wondering why I'm offering this. That's fair. I could pick anyone, but I've watched how you handle pressure, how you learn from mistakes, how you show up even when you're tired. I've seen the way your face lights up when you talk about a project you care about. That tells me you're building something meaningful. I want to help you build it with fewer detours. If you accept, we'll start small and practical. First, we'll have a private conversation about what you want to accomplish in the next 3 or 6 months. Not vague goals, specific, measurable things. Maybe it's finishing a certification, saving for a move, upgrading your work setup, or paying off a small debt that's been weighing you. We'll pick 1 or 2 priorities and design a support around them. Shh. We'll write it down. I like lists. I like clear steps. We'll set milestones and check-ins so you can see progress, and so I could be a good sponsor. This isn't about control. It's about sculpture that helps you succeed. We'll celebrate wins together, and we'll troubleshoot setbacks without blame. I know accepting help from a boss can feel complicated. Power dynamics exist. That's why I want to be explicit about boundaries and expectations. This is professional. It's supportive, not personal in a way that crosses lines. We'll keep everything transparent and documented so there's no confusion. If you ever feel uncomfortable, we stop. No pressure, no guilt. Your comfort is the priority. Let me give you a few concrete examples so you can picture how this could work. Imagine you've been waiting to take the advanced course in project management, but the cost and time are barriers. I can cover the tuition and give you 2 paid days to focus on the coursework. We'll set milestones so you could apply what you learned right away. Or imagine your laptop is slowing you down and you're juggling work on a machine that's seen better days. I can arrange the purchase of a reliable laptop with the specs you need. We'll choose it together so it actually helps your workflow. Shh. Imagine the relief of not waiting for a slow machine. Or maybe you're saving for something personal, a move, a family need, a short break to recharge. We can structure a short stipend to ease that burden while you plan. The point is flexibility. The support is tailored to remove friction so you could focus on growth. I want to be transparent about duration. I'm thinking of an initial commitment of 3 months, with the option of extend to 6 if it's working well. That gives us time to see real progress without making a permanent obligation. We'll set checkpoints and evaluate together. I also want to be transparent about expectations. If I'm invested in you, I want to see you invest in yourself. That could mean committing to a learning plan, taking on a stretch project, or simply continuing to show up with the integrity you already have. We'll agree on what that looks like together. It won't be a heavy punitive, just clear and fair. If you're worried about the stigma of accepting help, I get it. There's a weird pride in trying to do everything alone. But there's also strength in recognizing when a little support makes a big difference. Think of it as a bridge, temporary, intentional, and built to get you to the next level. I want to give you more reasons to consider saying yes, because I know you're cautious and thoughtful. First, accepting the support is not about dependency. It's about leverage. It's about using a resource to multiply your capacity. When you're not stretched thin by small, nagging problems, you can do the kind of work that gets noticed and rewarded. That's the practical payoff. Second, this is about speed. Talent plus resources equals momentum. I've seen people with talent stall because of small, solvable obstacles. I don't want that for you. I want to accelerate the part of your career that's already moving into the right direction. Third, there's a learning benefit. If we fund a course or a conference, you'll come back with new tools and new connections. That's not just good for you, it's good for the team. I'll help you translate what you learned into a real project so the investment pays off quickly. Fourth, there's a psychological space. Worry is a productivity tax. When you're not constantly juggling a dozen small crises, your creativity and focus improve. That's a real, measurable difference in performance and well-being. Fifth, I want to model something for the team. I want to show that leaders invest in people, not just metrics. That culture matters. If you accept, you'll be part of a small, intentional experiment in how targeted support can change trajectories. I also want to address concerns you might have about fairness. You might think, if she's helping me, what about everyone else? That's a fair question. I'm not promising to help everyone in the same way. I'm promising to be deliberate and transparent about why I chose to invest in someone. I'll document the criteria and make sure the process is fair. That is about talent development, not favoritism. If you're worried about confidentiality, I'll keep this private. I won't broadcast this to the team. I'll only involve HR if we need to, for administrative reasons. And even then, we'll keep the details minimum. Your dignity matters to me. If you're worried about being judged, I'll say this. People who accept help thoughtfully are often the ones who go on to help others. This could be the start of a cycle where you get the lift you need, and then, later, you're in a position to lift someone else. That's the kind of leadership I want to cultivate. Shh. I also want to offer a small, immediate gesture. A little sign of good faith. If you want, I can transfer a modest amount right away to help with something urgent. No strings, no expectations. Just a practical hand to steady things. If you'd rather plan and start later, that's fine too. I'll follow your lead. If you accept, here's how we'll structure it so it feels safe and professional. Step 1. A private conversation where you tell me what matters most. No judgment. No assumptions. I'll listen. I'll ask a few questions to understand the context. Step 2. We'll draft a short plan. 1 page. Clear goals. Milestones. And a timeline. Step 3. We'll agree on a support mechanism. Stipend. One-time grant. Tuition payment. Equipment purchase. And how it would be delivered. Step 4. We'll set a simple check-in rhythm. Short updates, not heavy reporting. Step 5. We'll evaluate at the agreed checkpoints and decide whether to continue, adjust, or end the support. I want to be clear. This is voluntary. You can say no without consequences. If you say yes, we'll both sign off on the plan. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, we stop. No awkwardness. No pressure. Your dignity and autonomy matter to me. I also want to offer emotional support in a practical way. Sometimes people need a sounding board more than money. If you want, I'll be available for short check-ins outside of formal meetings. 5 or 10 minutes to talk through a decision, to help prioritize, or to calm the noise when things feel overwhelming. Think of it as a steady presence in your corner. Shh. Let me tell you why I care about doing this. I've been in leadership long enough to see how small interventions can change a career. I've seen people without potential get stuck because of timing or resources. I don't want that for you. I want to be the person who notices and acts. That's part of my job. And it's part of how I want to lead. You don't have to answer right now. Take your time. Sleep on it. Talk to someone you trust if you want. Come back to me when you're ready. If you say yes, we'll make a plan. If you say no, we'll keep working together, exactly as we do now. And I'll still be proud of the work you do. Before I go, I want to remind you of something simple. You are capable. You have more capacity than you sometimes give yourself credit for. A little help can make that capacity visible to everyone, including you. That's what this is about. One last breath together. In. And out. Thank you for listening. I'll leave this with you. When you're ready, come find me. We'll talk specifics, quietly and professionally. No pressure, just possibility. And if you refuse, then I will see to it that I might have to. Bend your arm a little to further persuade you. Anyway, off you go now. You've got work to do, and I'm paying you quite handsomely.
Hey cuties, if you made it far into this video, I just gotta say I am proud of you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to support my channel and leave a like, it really helps. Mwah. Until next time, it's Mistress Moon.